I just unpacked an absolute treasure trove of collectibles exclusively from Japan. What's up everyone, this is Frank with Frankly Collecting. Today I'm going to show off my recent pickups and I'm going to talk a little bit about how you all can go after Japanese exclusive items using a middleman service. There are so many great opportunities out there, really awesome items that are pretty scarce that you can still get at really good prices if you're willing to go a few extra steps and use something like JOS, which is what I use, to scour the Japanese auction houses. So without further ado, let's jump right into what I got. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at is these Mega Man Dive collector's box art displays. So I believe these are some kind of storage box or like almost like a booster box, display box that comes from the Mega Man X Dive video game. Now, when I first saw Mega Man X Dive, or Rockman X Dive, I should say, this is the Japanese version, I thought this was one of those like fan-made games, but apparently not, because it has all this official merchandise. And I saw these up on JOS. And first of all, so JOS is J-A-U-C-E. This is a middleman service that allows you to look at Yahoo, Japan auctions, and a few other different platforms. And I thought these were neat. They came in a set. There are 4 different display arts. So here's number 1, number 2. I'm not going to be able to fit all these on here, so I'm just going to kind of stack them on top of each other and move things out after we go through them. But you can see there's supposed to be a number 3, and I would have thought that when I looked at these that they came with 1, 2, 3, and 4, but it looks like they had 2 of the number 2 ones, and then they have the number 4 with 0 here. And they're really cool. They have this like traditional Japanese kind of attired characters. And the Mega Man X Dive game, it's kind of like a Super Smash Brothers, but with Mega Man characters, and it seems pretty cool. I just saw very few gameplay clips on it, but I thought these were just neat items. I'm not gonna break these out and make them in their box form. I just like the art on them, and so these will just be stored as is. So yeah, I will be on the lookout for that number 3. I don't know if that was a mistake on the seller or if I just didn't notice that when I was looking at the listing. So that's our first item for today. Next up, we've got this Rockman 6. So in Japan, they call Mega Man Rockman. Rockman 6 postcard set. I'm going to actually take these out and show you all the other ones that come in here. I only saw a picture of this one, so we're going to find out right now if it's just multiple copies of the same one, if there are a few other interesting art pieces in here. You see this says 1993, 1999, so I would assume that these are vintage postcards for Rockman 6. All right, so here they are. Oh, cool. So not all Rockman, these are Capcom postcards. Here we have Biohazard 2, so they call Resident Evil Biohazard in Japan. Happy New Year, year 2000, January 1st. Wow, that's really cool. All right, those over there. Street Fighter X2, I think this is the 3D one. Happy New Year. Awesome. I didn't know that there were about any of these postcards except for the Rockman 6 one. That was the only one shown in the picture. Oh yeah, I like that. Star Gladiator 2. So kind of a lesser known, I think, fighter from the Sega Dreamcast is what I remember this being for. That's really cool. It's got this, I forget his name, but he's in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, this like main character with that blade there, that like laser, lightsaber type thing. And then Street Fighter 3. Nice. That's really cool. And these are brand new condition. Completely mint condition postcards. What is this? I don't know what this is. Wow. Okay, anybody knows what this game is referring to, this postcard is referring to, let me know. Very cool. So these are absolutely beautiful postcards. I do have a few other sort of vintage game related postcards, and I'll show them again on my channel at some point, but these are just my most recent pickups. So I'm going to put these away in my binder where I keep these larger size items, and let's move on to the next thing now. This next piece is another postcard, Mega Man related. So this is Roll holding a little Mega Man stuffed doll here, and then this says Capcom Bars Valentine. So I'm assuming that this was some kind of maybe Valentine's Day promotional postcard, and I don't know what this symbol is here, what game that might be referring to. There's not a year on this. I have to check the item description again to see if there was maybe a year presented with this that could help us out with the game that it goes for, but nothing on the back. So pretty neat. Again, really enjoy these vintage or really any kind of video game postcards. They don't really see or hear very much about. Here we've got some postcards from Xenosaga. And these are also vintage. 2005 is listed down here as the most recent year, and not for sale. So a lot of times you see these like not for sale postcards or telephone cards that would have maybe been included with like a magazine. They'd be like some kind of promo that comes with another product, or maybe they were promotional materials. This is also a set of postcards. So we have Xenosaga Episode 1, Xenosaga the animation. So I don't know if these came with maybe like an anime form of Xenosaga. This is a classic Japanese role-playing game for the PlayStation 2, I believe. I'm not getting it mixed up with Xenogears. Xenosaga, again, Episode 1, not for sale. So another kind of promotional postcard. These are just beautiful and absolutely, I mean, mint condition, never used, probably never taken out of that plastic packaging until now. All of these appear to be Episode 1, except for that one that was for the animation. Okay, so in this one as well for the animation. So just really cool cards. I've never seen these other than this listing where I bought them. And you just wonder, how, are these super mass produced and there's just not a lot of market interest in them, so they're not listed that often, or are they, really scarce items? I have no idea, but I thought they were neat. And I like to take the risk that maybe it is something truly scarce, especially in really good condition, and is worth going after, if you don't see a whole lot others out there on the secondary market. All right, let's check out our next item. Right here we have some kind of Tenchi Muyo postcard. You can see the envelope is really well loved. There's like some really old tape residue, or maybe some tape itself with residue underneath. That has been on there for a while. So let's open this up, and I don't even remember what this was when I bought it, but let's take a look inside. 1994. Man, do I feel old. Yeah, I grew up watching Tenchi Muyo, so I've been enjoying kind of going after these old Tenchi Muyo collectibles. There is nothing in here. Oh, I believe that envelope was supposed to go with these postcards. I had these other Tenchi Muyo postcards in there, and there was actually nothing in here. So maybe this was something that was included, and I think the middleman service Joss maybe packaged just separately. So we're going to take a look at these now. Okay, we'll just set this off over here. Okay, so this is the calendar. Gotcha. So it says calendar 1994, and then this is like a postcard calendar kind of, or just display card, postcard sized calendar cards. So there's the front one there, and then here's the next piece. And then they go through. Yeah, I guess I'll just go through and show all of these different ones. Again, this is like new condition right here. So I'm gonna go like this so we don't get them out of order here. Got November. There's the December one here. All of the main characters from Tenchi Muyo. From the anime, looks like all of these are from different scenes from the anime on each month. Information, sound files. I don't read Japanese. I don't know what all of this is. If it's promotional. Okay, it says on sale. I've got some promotional material here for some other items. Free to, fast forward here to the next item, but I'm going to show all of these for documentation. In case you ever run into this item and you want to know what they all look like, all the separate cards. Maybe you're not sure if you're missing a card. In fact, some of these are out of order, and who knows? I could be missing one. I don't know, but it doesn't. I wouldn't think so. These seem to be super good condition. They even included that envelope that it came with, so I'd imagine that these are all intact. I'll look at them a little bit more closely another time, but for now, you get to see all of the individual pieces. And the final one there. Okay, so not absolutely mint condition. You can see here, for example, on this one, we have a good bit of wear. I don't know if you can see it in my camera, but along the side here, maybe some kind of water staining, or I don't know what. But overall, they look really good. The corners are crisp. The fronts of them look really nice. So overall, really, really good condition. All right, let's go on to the next one. Right here, we're going to look at some Sega Freaks trading cards. So the Sega Freaks is a series of cards that were released in booster boxes and in booster packs. There were several different booster box series of these cards that came out, but a lot of these cards were only available in the first release of certain Japanese Sega games. I believe for mostly, if not entirely, for the Sega Saturn. So for example, Lunar, Silver Star Harmony, I forget if the first or the second game, you get these 9 Lunar cards, and you'll know they're Sega Freaks because they say Sega Freaks on them, and they all have the exact same kind of design of the way that they are presented. So you can see on the back here, they have the card number at the top. And there are, I forget how many, but obviously there are over 200. I forget if they're up to 300 or not. I have to look at my set. But and then they have Sega Freaks, and they have like a little bio in Japanese about the card or that character or the game. I'm not sure exactly what they say. But so these 9 came in one, and these ones are actually fairly common to find. So these are the easier set of 9 Lunar cards to get. And then these are the more difficult ones. So I don't remember if both of these were included in one listing, or maybe I just picked these up to have some extras. But these ones I've been looking out for because I've been missing these. I have just about a complete set now, if you don't count these like limited redemption cards they have, and some very rare, like one per booster box holofoil versions of certain cards. But this is the Lunar set that is harder to obtain, and I don't remember. I don't know which game that these actually come in. I just know that when I've been looking for these Sega Freaks cards, these 9 Lunar cards have been eluding me for whatever reason. So they just don't pop up as often as I've seen. So this comes from Lunar Silver Star Story. Let's see what the other ones say. Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. So I don't know what it is about it, but these Lunar Silver Star Story ones are harder to find from my experience, and these are those 9. So I will be adding them to my Sega Freaks binder. You can actually go to the binder showcase playlist on my channel, and you can find that Sega Freaks binder. I go through the binder and show all the pages so you can see the whole set. And you'll notice they are missing these cards, and I will be including those in there now. All right, let's go to the next item. So it looks like I got some additional Sega Freaks cards, and from the looks of it, I think this might be just an additional set of those cards that I just showed you. So this is the same set I just showed you, but it was missing this one right here. These are all Japanese phone cards. I really like collecting these from different video games series. So Blue Breaker is a really obscure game that I was only familiar with through the Sega Freaks card collecting from a while back. This is a Lunar phone card that I've not seen before. Pretty cool Zelda phone card. And this is Dream 64. I believe that's a Japanese magazine, like Nintendo Power, Nintendo Dream, I believe. So I believe that may have come with a particular magazine issue. This is a Ryoko from Tenchi Muyo card. Again, I believe this also comes from some kind of magazine. A lot of these phone cards, it seems like, were magazine promos. This is from a Sega Saturn game called Roommate, and you can actually get a few interesting, pretty obscure Roommate trading cards, and this is a phone card. There are also some trading cards that came with the Japanese Sega Saturn various versions of the Roommate games. And this is another Tenchi Muyo no Ryoko. I'm not sure about this character here. Sometimes they do these like 2 different characters from different animes, I believe, featured on a postcard. It says 10th anniversary. A lot of times they say not for sale, because a lot of these are promotional items. So very cool. So those are those. All right, so this is very cool. This is a Blue Breaker holo card. Now there is a Blue Breaker. Again, Blue Breaker is one of these obscure, I think, Sega Saturn games. I think it was only for the Sega Saturn. I think it was only in Japan. And it had its own trading card set. And it had its own booster boxes and everything. And in each booster box, I think you can get 1 or 2. I forget, because I opened one myself, and I don't remember if there was only 1 of these or 2 of these specialty holo cards of some of the main characters. And I'm missing a few of them. I've seen a few of them pop up as singles on the Japanese auction houses. And I pick them up when I can, but they are very rare, and I do not have the whole set. I've also picked up a few of them just from Blue Breaker booster boxes that I pretty much bought out and opened up myself. and found, I forget again if the pull rate is 1 or 2 of these per box, but I believe there are 9 of these, or at least or so. You know, they seem like they were designed to all display on a single binder page. So here's one, La Mille, another one you can get. This is cool. So it looks like it's number one card. Very nice. All right, so that's that. Our last item for today, and you can find these pretty readily available, it seems. I do not think this is a rare one by any means, but this looks to be either a strategy guide or some kind of illustration, like collector's illustration book for Rockman Dash, and I think Rockman Dash is the Japanese equivalent of Mega Man Legends. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. You know, it's got the same style of character from Legends, and I think it's just what they call it in the Japanese version. So I thought this was a neat item. I do like, you know, the Japanese strategy guides and art books and things from these vintage games, but there do seem to be a lot of these. I think these were produced in really high supply. Granted, this one is in really good condition, just from looking at it outside the plastic, but I'll open this at another time. I'll just put it aside for now, but some interesting items maybe you weren't aware of that you might be interested in going after. And check out JAUCE, J-A-U-C-E, Yahoo Japan Auctions. JAUCE allows you to search for these kinds of items using English keywords and things on the Japanese auction houses, and then they purchase the item on your behalf once you put down a deposit, and then ship it to you with EMS delivery. I've used them multiple times, so they're very reputable. Always had a really good experience, and I've been getting a lot of really cool Japanese vintage items. Okay, that does it for my latest collector's haul from Japan. Let me know what you all thought about my pickups in the comments below. Do y'all ever use one of these middleman services? What kinds of Japanese exclusive products do you all go after? Whether more vintage items or more recent pickups? Like and subscribe. I am trying to grow my channel, and I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you.